This week on 3D Archery, got another box in the mail. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Greg here. Alright, got a box in the mail. David Snide from Whiskey City Traditional Archers. Great guy. Does a ton for those of us in the traditional archery. You know, a lot of gear out there is expensive, and David, being an average guy like me, knows it. He came out with the Hipster. Affordable, durable, and functional. And that's what I love. But then he was thinking, well, you know what? Maybe they want something different. So he made the Hip Squeak. I love both of them, particularly the Hip Squeak. I like small, keep me agile, mobile, and hostile. So he sent me something new. What is it? I don't know. And that's what we're going to find out. You know, before I open it, thank God for the Postal Service. You know, it's not like we're anything valuables in there or anything like that. I'm just goofing. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. A t-shirt. We'll look at that later. I love my t-shirts. A second t-shirt. Man's gonna keep me dressed for a year. Alright. Oh, all black, the new Hipster 2.0. Alright. And wait, there's more. David takes care of me. A square! Yes! A very foldable square. Smart move, David. I like that. We'll show you that in a second. I love that. And a letter. And it says, Dear Greg, you are one of the worst archers I've ever met and a lousy human being. I'm sending you this because it's been laced with anthrax, and by now you should be feeling... Oh well, no, that's not what it says. David wouldn't do that to me. At least I hope not. Alright, let me take a closer look at him. We'll bring the camera in. We'll take a close look at him and see what it's all about. Alright everybody, let's take a quick look at the shirts. Lightweight, comfortable. Here's the first one, just a basic logo for the trad gear. I like it. He got it in old man size. That's pretty good. Now this new one's even better. I like this material more. I have one shirt, this material from Grizzly Strings, and I wear it all the time. This is for the club, right? And they got it on the back. Alright David, I gotta find out. Let me know your shoots. I'll try to come. Least I can do. I gotta take vacation times, a long drive, but if I get enough lead notice, I should be able to be there. No promises, but I would like to be there. Alright, let's take a look at that square. I think this is really cool. Alright, this next one that David made, I'm telling you, I'm blown away. This is such a smart idea. Why didn't somebody come up with it earlier? Your regular tee. It's long, it's bulky, gets in the way. I don't like bringing it because it's always in the way. It sticks out, it pokes, does so many things. Well, he cut it down. Right? Up and doink. There you go. Fullest thing, measurements in inches, good measurements there. I like it. This is ingenious. One complaint. It's not left-handed.
Alright everybody, there it is, the Hipster 2.0. The biggest changes on it is it's now ambidextrous. Yes, big one for us lefties. It's nothing really big. You know, it's just we're lefties, we're used to having to do things backwards. And to put it on, you had to put it on backwards as a lefty. And, you know, like I said, not a big thing. Lefties, we have to deal with this every day. Speaking of that, they added 2 new buckles. The buckles are totally different. They are more secured with a center activator. You see it right there in the picture. All you do is to press that center button and the 2 and they'll pop right out. They seem a lot more secure than the other ones. I didn't have no issues, so I don't know why they did it. He also made it to where you can use a different belt. Now it's not designed for every belt, so your results might vary, but it is designed so you can use different belts with it now. They also went to double stitching for extra strength. It's been hidden, he said, so you can't really see it, but it's going to help a lot, being a lot stronger. And also, On the zippers, he added the little pieces of paracord, so it's easier to open and close now. You know, that's a smart little thing. And speaking of zippers, the big ones, the big pockets now have two, so you can go either left or right, making it easier to open. And then the other one is in the center. He replaced the D-loop with an elastic pencil holder, as you see right here. No, that's a good one because, you know, the people that do the scoring and all that, where do you carry your pencils or pens, whatever you use for scoring? You know, they always get lost. You drop them, no way to secure them, blah, blah, blah. The center D-ring I just mentioned that was on the front of the Hipster has now been moved down, and they added a second one. It's underneath the pouch, which you can access from this little buckle right there. And a real big one is the Aero Pocket upgrade. Used to have a zipper. They went away from a zipper to more of a reinforced piece up there. So that's pretty cool. I like that one. And the next one's pure genius. Now, not only do they make this, but they made the part for it. And that is a bow square holder. It's in the back, and it's made for any type of bow square. But David, being the genius that he is, made a foldable square that fits perfectly in the back. I love this. This is ingenious, and that's the stuff I love. And finally, as you can see in the picture, there is a thigh strap. For the people that don't like it to move around or keep it in one spot. Now, David said a lot of people love that, and that's why he went to it, and we're going to find out. So there it is. That's the updates. You've seen the close-up pictures of it. I'm going to take it out and shoot it, and then I'll come back and give you some honest feedback.
Alright, I've been out here shooting 3D archery using the Hipster V2 and got a good feel for it. The improvements, yeah, they make a difference. Why? Little ripcord tabs make it so much easier to open these things. The two zippers make that so much easier. Right? The lip, getting rid of that zipper, I don't know why, it's easier to put my arrows in now. You know, go figure. Now the big thing's that leg strap, right? I found out a couple things about it, which I'm going to cover next. I'm going to show you there's two ways you can wear the Hipster. And both of them, it's up to personal preference which one you like. So we'll cover that up here next once I put my stuff away. All right, everybody, the first way you can wear it's on your hip. Simple. That's why it's called the Hipster, right? You don't need the leg strap if you make this tight enough. But if you make it tight enough, this won't move much. So double-edged sword there. But if you use the leg strap, you can put this a little looser so you can actually do this, so you can access the pouches without having to contort your body. Right? Pretty simple way. I like it. It's effective. And I'll show you the next one off the shoulder up next. The second way to wear it is slung over the shoulder. Now I didn't think of this. I actually seen somebody else do it and I go, man, why didn't I think of that? That's so ingenious. There is a downside of it. And the downside is it blocks all your really cool graphics on your t-shirts. So that is downside. Now, I do the leg strap around my leg, but I found it pulls. If you get it tight, it pulls. There's tension there. Right? What I did is I attached it to my belt. And that's the best of both worlds. Because the problem with it, the other way, if you said like this, it would swing all the way in front of you. As you can see now, picking up arrows, it's not as bad. And if I make it even tighter, it'll move even less. So there's a good answer there. I really like that. I do think this little attachment part, that's a big one. Especially if you wear like this. I can't tell you, I remember reaching over and having to take it and sling it behind me. Didn't really bother me, but it's something I had to do. Alright, so there you have it. The two ways to wear it. Hipster 2.0. Alright, let me give you my final thoughts. I think you already know what they are. And you can go out and order your own. Everybody, there you have it. Hipster version 2.0. Right? I like it. You know, the best only gets better. David listens to things. Those improvements were big ones. I'm telling you right now, that, I don't know, because it doesn't sit like the old one, it's easier to put your arrows in without looking. That's a big one. These tabs, awesome. The pen, Haven't done a shoot yet for score, but I'm sure it's going to come in handy. This is an awesome stuff. Now there's one thing David told me. Some people, I don't know who, likes to shoot really pointy little arrow, right? And over time, if you keep pushing this in hard, it's going to wear the fabric out. And it does take a while for it to happen, and you're going to hit small little holes. And he looked into fixing it, and one of the ways to do it was to put in like a little solid block under there, but then you're going to have to mold the plastic onto the fabric, and that just doubled the price of the thing, and that defeats the whole affordability thing. So his answer was ingenious. Just take some strips of cloth, stack them together, put them down in there, problem solved, right? So there you have it. I love ingenuity. I love simple answers to a complex question. So the Hipster 2.0, it is awesome. It's taken the world by storm, the first one. I think this one just builds on it and makes it even better. So you can get yours right here, wctrad.com. They may not be up yet by the time you see this. This is a pre-production model. He's going to have them up here soon, hopefully. So there you have it. I love it. Fantastic. And you'll be seeing me wear it this year at 3D Archery shoots throughout the area. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time with an all-new episode, 3D Archery. All right, let's go shoot some arrows, Gregory.